Is it? Are we not live? Have you had the sound off, you fucking... Shh. The first word is going to be me having a go at you for having the sound off.
Yeah.
So now
we're starting from there?
Yeah, we're starting again.
Bang, let's go.
Good start.
How many... look at that. It's like, look at all the notifications. It's like, oi, turn your shit on.
So that's a good start.
Here we go.
You had one job.
There was
a couple of jobs.
It's literally one job.
Number one. So yeah, let's go through that again. So
You start this time. I don't have to.
we're talking about the quest of the Ringbearer. So this campaign supplement is all about Frodo and Sam's journey from the Shire to Mordor. Sound familiar, Nathan? Because I just said that a couple minutes ago.
Beautiful.
So essentially, this is probably the reason why a lot of people
You trying to remember what you said?
play Middle Earth.
You're trying to remember exactly what you said.
I am trying to remember what I said. This is why people play Lord of the Rings back in the day. This is why a lot of people stay connected to the Middle Earth strategy battle game. So this book has a ton of narrative scenarios.
There we go.
We're professionals.
There's a lot of scenarios in this book, and it basically follows just Frodo and Sam through Middle Earth. And what we're gonna do, Nathan.
Should we go back to what we were doing before? Which one's your favourite one?
Yeah.
Might as well continue from where we stuffed up.
Exactly. Coach, what's your favourite?
But what?
Your
basically favourite scene that's represented in this.
There you go.
In this book. I would definitely pick when they're going through the Dead Marshes with the Ringwraith and Nazgul flying over the top of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's super cool, and that is in here. I'm trying to find it right now. There's just so many.
It's represented. I think the scenario is called the Dead Marshes.
Yeah,
actually. So
that's a good one.
Really cool. So the good glare.
Look at that.
Good glare.
Where is he? There.
And basically Frodo and Sam and Smeagol have to navigate through the Dead Marshes while avoiding the Dead Marsh Spectres.
And the Ringwraith.
This one, yeah.
That is flying around.
What about you, Bill? What's your favourite scenario from that?
From the movie or from the here?
Oh, whatever. Both.
From this one, I would say, here we go, this one's a pretty funny one. So, when Sam and Frodo have to dress up like the orcs before the Taskmaster gets to you.
The Plateau of Gorgoroth, so you've got to, navigate.
Models are cool.
Yeah. I really, really hope they do a made-to-order, so you can get the Frodo and Sam in orc armor.
I remember what Stevie said, everything that gets put into a book, or that hasn't, so everything that gets something should get released, it should come out eventually.
Cool. That
makes sense.
Hey Jay Claire, if you're watching,
there's a lot of cool
make
stuff.
It happen.
There's a lot of
because
cool
a lot of it's come out like all you Urukai battering ram. So I'm sure as soon as that comes out, you won't see it for a while. So eventually, everything will get it.
My favourite scenario.
Oh, we didn't ask you how.
No, I know.
I
I just got to talk.
Is yours the one where they get attacked by the trees?
So, my favourite scenario, and this is the reason why in the Lord of the Rings, my favourite movie is actually Fellowship of the Ring. Is back in the day, you get the DVD. Mm-hmm. And you would watch the first DVD, mm-hmm. And it's the hobbits and they're leaving the Shire, but as soon as you go into disc 2, that's where the Urukai attack the Fellowship.
So they do what, like
the breaking of the Fellowship? Mm-hmm. That is probably my favourite scene.
The bit where they all running.
Yeah,
where Boromir get ambushed. Yeah,
where Boromir fights Lurtz and Boromir goes down.
Definitely the music makes the movie better there.
Yeah, definitely. This scenario, Sean Bean, just a single tear, getting poked by 3 arrows. So good. But we'll get to Lurtz. We'll get to Lurtz's profile later on. I'm excited about that.
The Legion, you mean?
The Legendary Legion. So a ton of scenarios, really, really cool. At some point, the three of us...
How many scenarios? Go on.
27. 27, in fact. I think we're going to have to play through these scenarios. Yeah, I think there might be, actually. I don't know. I can't count. I don't do a math.
27, that's a lot of scenarios.
We're going to... Yeah, well, the three of us are probably going to play through that. So, in all of the scenario books... all the campaign books, we've had Legendary Legions. So, let's start with you, Coachman. Pick one of your Legendary Legions. What's your favourite?
I wonder. So, I mean, it's easy for the guys that have been around that know me. Basically, I played a lot of Mordor back in the day, and I played a lot with some Mordor Uruk-hai. Moran Orcs because I was kind of PGing it a bit, and Shelob. I really like the Shelob profile. And they've turned that into a Legendary Legion, the Kirith Ungol, the Tower with Shagrat and Gorbag. And Shelob has become a Legendary Legion, which, if I actually find the page with the rules, that would help.
It would. I think the entire time I've known you, you've always kind of favoured Mordor Orcs over Morannon Orcs.
Yeah, well,
For the most part.
bits and pieces.
For the most part.
I'm a big fan of the Gorbag character. Literally the only thing he does in the movie, aside from like talk a lot of smack, is he does like drop kick an Uruk-hai out of the Tower of Kirith Ungol, which is really cool. So
I just love it, so I'm just thinking about it now.
Seems brilliant.
Yeah.
Basically, all you get is regular Mordor Orcs and Mordor Uruk-hai, Orc Captains, Orc Shamans, Mordor Uruk-hai Captains, Gorbag and Shagrat and Shelob. So very few actual choices. Orcs can only be led by Orc heroes, and Uruk-hai can only be led by Uruk-hai heroes. Shagrat has to be in the army, and so Shagrat and Gorbag have to be, but Shagrat has to be your leader. They have the same bonus as the scouts from the Rohan at War. War in Rohan, whatever it's called, whichever that one is.
War in Rohan, I think
Where if there's an Orc and an Uruk-hai in the same combat together, they get +1 to wound against things, which is obviously really, really good. It's two-handing for free if you're fighting together. Not spear supporting, that would be silly. And so on top of that, as a little extra bit as well, during the game you keep track of how many kills Gorbag and Shagrat have in this, and whoever has fewer kills gets to reroll a dice in each draw. They basically always count as having a banner for them. And this is the part that I really like, because I really like using Shelob in games. If she's fighting a man, elf, dwarf, or hobbit model, she gets an extra attack, because of course Shelob only has one on her profile to start with.
Is that infantry or just any man elf?
Any man, elf, man, elf.
Man elf.
Any man, elf, dwarf, or hobbit, she gets an extra attack against. She does have monstrous charge, so if she charges, then she'll be at 3.
And knocks down Cav.
Yes, monstrous charge. Yeah, strength 7. So any monsters that are strength 6 or below as well.
Ouch.
And another cool part for Shelob is at the start of the move phase, if she's not engaged in a fight, you can choose to have Shelob kill a friendly model within 1 inch of her. And if she does that, then in the next duel? No. Wait, what? So if she does so, Shelob can reroll any number of dice when making a duel roll. Do you have to just kill one model and then you reroll your dice for the rest of the game? That's how that sounds.
At the start of her move phase, she is. No.
Alright, you answer my question, Coach. So Shagrat, is he classified as an Uruk-hai or an Orc?
He's an Uruk-hai.
So he has to take Uruk-hai into his warband.
That sounds like she gets it for the rest of the game. Right?
Interesting.
Because it doesn't say for the turn, it just says when making a duel roll. If that's the case,
she's always hungry.
Yeah, if that's the case, then at the start of every game...
I mean, if she's got to kill an orc every turn, she is very hungry.
Well, yeah, if that's the case, at the start of every game, you put a regular Mordor Orc...
5 points?
Not even... He doesn't have anything.
4 points. 4 points.
5 points.
It'd be the same as Kardouche, because he can just be like, you're dead, thanks for the extra will, and then I'm going to set you fine. So I classify that as being the same. Every turn you just get rid of it.
No, I think, like, it sounds like... Are you with me on that? It just says you reroll dice in a duel roll, not that turn. It sounds like she eats one orc and then for the rest of the game rerolls dice.
He's not allowed to play this Legendary Legion.
I have regular Mordor orcs.
You shoot it with a ballista, isn't that how you beat it? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, man. I killed your best. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I was trying to hit your other character and you hit that.
That's a goodie.
Yeah. Hopefully that's how that works. We'll find out.
Very low defense, though. You get heaps of dudes.
You do get heaps of dudes.
Where are we going next?
How many points in Mordor Uruk-hai?
Like
8. 9 with a shield or a bow. But
they're pretty much fatties, though. They're 5-4 strength 4 defense 4, aren't they?
Yeah. This is my issue with the Mordor Uruk-hai. They're Uruk-hai, but they can take orc bows, whereas the Uruk-hai scouts get Uruk-hai bows, which are strength 3. So if they had strength 3 bows, it'd be way better. But unfortunately, they do not.
So they can have shields? Yeah, they can have shields.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the only spears you have are orcs. But
yeah, 100%.
I would, take orcs with spears and
do
then
they get trackers or anything, or is it just
no? It's just orcs and Uruk-hai. It's actually a pretty bad list. It's not great, but it'll be really fun.
It will.
And 2-attack/3 attack Sheila rerolling all failed all dice in a duel is really good.
That is really good. And she gets to reroll all failed wound rolls as well.
Because she's got venom. And she's fight 7.
Oh boy. Well,
You gonna go next?
yeah,
Move this way.
I'll go next. I'm gonna go this one. So
You really want to start with that? That's a big one.
So, I think Moria is an interesting army, and this Legendary Legion, the Depths of Moria, gives you no name characters except the Balrog. So you've literally just got a generic goblin army with some cave trolls if you want. So you have to include the Balrog, obviously, and he has to be the leader, obviously. But
what a shame.
You always have to take Moria, don't you?
He's a hero of legend. He's the only hero of legend, isn't he? So it's gonna be
what a negative.
Just the Balrog and a heap of goblins, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
Don't want to get him in combat, do you?
So shooting attacks only ever hit the Balrog on a 5+ in this Legendary Legion. That's the Shadow.
Really good.
And then you've got Enflame. Once per game, on a 2+, the Balrog can set somebody ablaze. Now, I don't know. There's probably a lot of people who've never been set ablaze.
To channel it?
I can say I haven't.
In the game. It's pretty crazy. So, basically, the only way you can not be on fire is to lay down and crawl an inch.
Yeah.
So if you're
I've seen
mounted,
it before. It's pretty
you've
funny.
got to dismount and...
Not when it was supposed to happen.
Basically what it does is, I think it's like, is it just an automatic hit every turn?
It's a strength 5 hit every turn.
Strength
Or
5.
So it's like if you're with like Radagast on Eagle, this. Yeah,
So
you have to get off your eagle and lay down and move an inch to not be on fire. It's like, oh, there goes 100 points.
I think off the top of my head, it's like when you get set ablaze, you take an immediate hit, and then at the end of each turn or start of each turn, you take an extra one.
It's rough.
And he just gets to do it on a 2+,
Yeah,
which is...
earlier.
Oh, look, behind me.
Gandalf
There you go.
book.
The Gandalf book. So, the other thing... there's 2 more things in this Legendary Legion. Your drums are table wide. So, your drum basically gives all of your goblins a reroll. So you've got a table wide banner for 75 points. Doesn't affect the Balrog.
It's also a +1 courage, -1 courage, isn't it?
True, yeah, it is too.
Does it
Plus
do
one,
both?
yes,
Yeah.
it is +1 courage. That's table wide anyway.
Okay, yeah.
And then all the goblins get +1 fight when they're within 6 inches of the Balrog. Pretty good. Pretty good for regular goblins, making them fight 3. Good for your goblin captains, making them fight 4. That's not really that good, is it?
I'm gonna go fight someone in your front yard. What's going on?
I don't know, a motorbike or something. But the single most important thing in this Legendary Legion, normally when I play against the Balrog, I just ignore him and kill all the goblins, because goblins are so easy to kill. But in this Legendary Legion, you're never broken unless the Balrog has 5 or less wounds.
It's basically the Sauron rule from Barad-dûr, but for the Balrog.
But
So
way better.
well, yeah, because the rest of this isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Can you still? Oh, you can.
Yeah, hand and a half hammers, yeah.
No,
So,
cave trolls.
oh, cave trolls, yeah,
You
yeah.
can, yeah.
So yeah, you have to fight the Balrog. So that the biggest weakness of the Moria army with the Balrog is you just run away from the Balrog. Now you have to fight the Balrog to end the game, or have all your models die.
So basically, the other thing there is, to begin with, everything near the Balrog is fearless anyway. All the goblins near it are fearless just from the Balrog's rules. Your drum that's now going to probably sit somewhere safe at the back of the table or very far away if it can, is, again, it's now table wide. So it can't be, you're not going to get broken. So it's not going to take courage checks to run away. So it's going to keep playing the entire game until somebody gets to it to kill it or shoots it or whatever.
You only get shot on a 5+ though as well.
For the Balrog. Only the
Oh,
Balrog.
for the Balrog, yeah.
Yeah, so for the drum that you're going to have hit, like...
Come on.
the second we start trying to record stuff.
What a calamity.
Your drum's not going to have to take courage checks to run away because you're not going to get broken. I mean, if you get broken...
If the Balrog dies, the game's
you've
over.
lost. Like, probably, you might be able to pull something off, but, like, probably you've lost if the Balrog dies. So your drum's never going to run away. The fact that you have to give up to get hit on 5s to set something on fire, but I mean, set ablaze. I don't think I'd ever bother using that unless they have no shooting, and then I'd set something on fire.
Yeah.
But if they have shooting, like they're elves,
it'd be super hilarious. Dane on pig. You're on fire.
You suffer
get
one.
on
Get on the ground.
You suffer 1 strength 9 hit, and then at the end of that turn, you suffer a strength 5, and then every turn after that, it's either lie down and move 1 inch.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow. That's not good for your opponent. So Bill's Legendary Legion is one he's played. You played on the channel, didn't you?
No, so I first played it when Stevie wanted to do the scenario, the ambush of Athelion. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. And it was a box of Rangers and the 3 heroes. I was like, that's easy. And then Gondor of War come out, did it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they just bring out the 2 new characters, makes it even cooler. So now you can almost make it to 700 points if you needed to.
With only Rangers.
Rangers.
And the characters.
Yeah.
So
that's essentially,
you get what? So Faramir can take 15, Madril can take 12, Damrod 6, the 2 new characters can take 6. And then after that, if you want to take more dudes, you can
take 45 Rangers with the 5 characters.
That don't count towards your bow limit.
Yeah, then you take that. And then you have to start taking Minas Tirith captains. It's a pretty easy army to use.
Yeah.
That's me.
You just shoot a lot.
It's like... I think I played it in 600 and I took Faramir and I took him with 6 Minas Tirith dudes and then took a Minas Tirith captain to sort of bulk out. I didn't take any of the Frodo, Sam or Smeagol because you can't PG if you take those.
They can't leave.
You can't fit as many good things in. Like...
Yeah. Smeagol's quite good though.
Yeah. What does he fight for? Strength 4, defense 4, 2 attacks?
We'll probably get more on Smeagol
Do you know what he's not? 45 bows. Yeah, so essentially... everything... all the Rangers get Woodland Creature... all of your Ranger heroes, every Ranger in their list don't count towards your bow limit, and that's it. Enjoy having Minister of Defense.
The only bad thing is that they're strength 2, but when you have
actually, might be defense 4.
Yeah, they're defense 4.
Yeah, fight 4 as well. So then
fight 4's good.
So when you fight with them, you always got your fight 4 dude at the back with the spear trying to help you.
Can have spears. That's good.
Yeah. It's pretty easy, and the reason I bought it was points to dollars because it's 3 boxes of Rangers.
I'm just here to pay for soldiers
points to dollars.
Two boxes of Rangers and 3 of those characters and the 2 new dudes. It's under $200 for nearly 650 points.
There you go.
That's a good dollars to points ratio.
That's how we do it. Hand it down.
You've got one over there.
Yeah, you got one over there.
They're just going to end up in my bag at the end of the day, so I have to buy one.
What's your next Legendary Legion? Your favourite?
It was that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one we're going to talk about is the Black Riders. So it's just the 9 ring wraiths, the Witch King and the 8 regular unnamed ring wraiths that didn't ever get names.
Just one. Just name one.
So first off, it's really cool thematically because it's just from them in the Fellowship chasing down the hobbits. It's cool that you can take that as an actual list now.
You always could, but now you can actually play it.
Yeah. You get to play the game.
Yeah.
What's their army bonus?
I'm still not sure, before we go about this, I'm still not sure if this is going to actually be... It's either going to be really, really good and horrible to play against, or really bad, but still horrible to play against.
It's one of those ones that, the old Hern, if you start playing, and then if you're having a really bad time, just use all your will, game's over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, the most important thing to me in this is that the ring wraiths don't lose a will point for being in combat from their Will of Evil rule anymore. So, you only lose will when you cast spells or use it to pass courage checks, but they're courage 6 anyway. They can all be in combat as often as you want without worrying about it. I think the biggest thing that's actually going to do is when people write this list, if anyone that's actually quite good at the game is going to write a list with this, I think you'll find a lot of the ring wraiths, if not all of them, are going to actually be fairly low, almost base will count on will, because you don't have to worry about spending it to cast spells and also then using it for fights anymore. You just have to worry about when you want to cast spells.
You upgrade them?
Yeah.
Or they have to be... I didn't read it properly, so you can still upgrade them for 5 points a dude.
Yep. So you can have
give them might, give them
might,
which you'd have to probably at least give them 1 each, minimum.
I'd go 2 might, 2 fate.
2 might, 2 fate,
and then keep their will base.
I might go a couple extra.
How many can you fit in 6? How much was that?
Don't know. I haven't worked it out.
60, 70.
Speaking of casting magical powers,
you can fit 9 in. 171.
Another one of their abilities that they have is that each ring wraith, so if you have all 9 of them, each of them can do it once a game. They get a free channeled transfix that counts as being cast on a 6.
And you don't have to declare a heroic channel. So it doesn't cost you...
a might point either.
A might point? Without the connect.
And no will points.
God.
So you get a free. So it doesn't cost might, it doesn't cost will, and it's auto cast on a 6.
And you don't have to
all
declare
of them can do it.
at the start of the movement phase either.
No, because
you can just do it whenever you want. That's
You can resist as normal, but again,
got to be on a 6.
it has to be on a 6, and all 9 of them can do it. So like if you really want a character transfixed,
Channel transfixed.
So
half fight and half attacks.
Or if someone has a troll and you really don't like them, you could transfix it for 9 turns automatically.
Oh boy.
And then
Can't take the crown, can you?
No.
No.
You can take
Not
a
made
mortal
then? I
blade.
thought it was made then.
Nah. He
Should
gets
be.
it in the movie.
No.
the other, there's one special which I don't think is going to be too big a deal, but it'll come up in some certain situations for a bit of flavour. This one this is the part that I think could either be really, really good or just not do a whole lot, because those other 2 rules are going to be like a big deal all the time. Basically, if you're in range of 4 to 6 of the models that have Harbinger of Evil in this, in the list at the same time, instead of neg 1 courage, you're at neg 2 courage. And then if instead of being 4 to 6, if you're in range of 7 to 9 of them at the same time, you're at neg 3 courage. That's going to put a lot of base warriors in the game at courage 0, meaning for courage checks they're going to be rolling natural 10s. All 9 ring wraiths also have Instill Fear, and you're going to be at courage 1 or 2, aside from like your heroes who might even, you can't will down a courage check, can you? Because you might want to run away as well.
I don't know about will, but
Because
I know
putting one of them in the middle of a bunch of dudes, casting Instill Fear, having all the regular blokes run off and not be able to do anything, and then just cav charging heroes that are all channel transfixed from your other ring wraiths is going to be stupid. It's just a matter of how often are you going to be within range of 7 to 9 ring wraiths.
Is it
That's
6
how
inches or 12 inches?
It's 12 inches.
That's how I'd play it.
But
So really, that's like a 24-inch
Remember that
big
time?
old circle.
Like,
yeah, but
what's that
you have
scenario?
to keep them all then fairly like close together.
I reckon I would anyway.
I might.
Imagine running around
4
a
and
pack
5.
of 9. Nah.
I think neg 2 is
This
still
game,
good
we got to
enough.
keep just running and flipping the things, just running with your pack of ring wraiths. Like, I'll flip that one, keep running,
Yeah.
I'll flip that one,
Well,
from that one.
Against like an elf army,
Yeah.
they're not going to have many models. So you're going to be fairly centralised
Yeah.
anyway. But against like your Dunland or your Angmar or like a Minas Tirith army, you don't
Basically,
need neg 3.
The problem with this,
You
I don't think
can't
it's-
buy the models.
I don't think it's ever going to be any
That's
fun to
the
play
only
against.
problem.
I'd play it the way we were talking, how the way that you'd keep it so you could remember is take all the named ones and just be like, yep, that one's the... Because
Like,
then you could be like, oh,
Shadow Lord.
that's the Dream Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the Shadow Lord is like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
well, the
yeah.
Betrayer, and you stick it's that model there.
The
Just so
other
you can
thing-
remember.
They're all on
Very
horses.
expensive, but
They're all
not
on
really.
horses because they have to
330 for
be.
700. That's not bad.
And the last thing
Points
that
to
they
dollars.
have, if there is a Ringbearer in the game, so if there's a Frodo and a Isildur, whoever in the game who has the ring, if they're in a combat where they're within heroic combat range of charging the Ringbearer, they get a free heroic combat that they have to call, and then if they succeed, they have to charge the Ringbearer if possible. So that's their little flavour thing. Yeah, I don't really think that's going to come up
The
too
only
often.
time where that's
I
going to
think
be...
it's actually going to be a negative most of the time.
the only time where it's going to be is if Isildur's on the board.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, we'll all go die then. Like, okay.
He's just like, batter up.
Yeah. Oh, only one per turn gets to do it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So not 9 of them.
No, you don't get 9 free heroic combats.
And heroic channels. Man,
Oh,
that's...
wait, that's quite good. If you declare the free heroic combat, you automatically win the roll-off to see whose heroic combat goes first. But
That's
you
not
must
bad.
select the free one. But, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you've only got 9 ring rates anyway.
That's not bad.
Yeah, interesting. I think it might be
I
really
think
good
it's
or it might
funny.
be terrible.
Would you play it?
I would play it, definitely.
Would you?
Just to see how
I would enjoy playing it. I would
Yeah.
hate to play against
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, that is never going to be a fun game against
Imagine if you rocked up to a tournament and you had a mirror match.
No, you'd sit like... But playing like...
Everyone's like, 6 transfix!
Like playing Thranduil's Halls, it's like, cool, I'm just going to sat will you with 9 ring rates.
Yeah.
Cool, you don't cause terror.
Yeah.
You don't do anything. You can just stand there
Yeah.
and then just run away from him. You've done your trick, really.
Or you just channel transfix him the entire game so he never gets to turn the
and
crown
then just
on.
sat will him. Like,
He's like trying to
you're
hit
not
the button
going
on his
anywhere.
crown and he's like...
Trying to hit the button. Yeah, I think, like, man. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't like to play against it. That's
No,
for
it's
sure.
not going to be fun to play against, but I don't think it's actually going to be that good. We'll see. Could be really good.
We'll find out. We'll have to. I think Bill's got all the name ones.
Crowdsource some ring rates.
Yeah, and give it a crack. So
Yeah, be, mate.
my pick for the whole book for Legendary Legions is Lurtz's Scouts. So I already started doing, was it Mahu's?
Whatever the one in
Marauders,
last night.
the one in Rohan. So I already started collecting that. All I just got to do now is paint alerts. So
Boy Scouts. What do you mean collecting that?
It's been sitting in the front window for ages.
so you got alerts, Arglok, Mahua, and Urukai Scouts. That's it. You got drummers, you got banners, you got scout captains.
Captains with 2-handed axes.
If you wish, yes. Two-handed weapon. I get to pick.
Yeah, I know.
Be a two-handed
Everyone
flail.
made the axe because they can piercing strike.
Well,
And
I've
there's
got
that
the
one
model.
dude in the movie.
I've got the model.
I know.
So alerts has to be leader, obviously, because it's alerts of scouts. If you include Mahua and your favourite, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Every model in your army becomes movement 8 for free. Every model. And they all get woodland creature.
That's
Including
the scary
characters.
part.
Including
Because as soon as you're playing elves, you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah. So movement 8, put a drum in, that gives them an extra 3 inches of movement. If you want to burn a point of might, you can heroic move. 14-inch moving scouts, yes please. Two really cool things, all centers on alerts. Really the army's not very good, except for the movement 8.
It's just the scouts, with everyone has the Marauders bonus, and then 2 extra rules for alerts. That's
Yeah.
the whole Legion.
So-
It's like, you're playing Urukai Scouts, but alerts is a little bit better than normal.
Tell me I'm wrong, but every single person who's ever played Lord of the Rings, or the Middle-earth strategy
Owns
game,
alerts and some scouts.
no, has said, why can't Lurtz throw his shield? Because he
Probably.
throws his shield that one time at Aragorn. Well, now he can. Once per game,
Only in this, though.
he can throw... Yeah,
He
this.
only learned how to do it in this Legion. He doesn't know how to do it
Then
normally.
he died, didn't he? Or something? What happened to Lurtz?
Aragorn
kills him.
He
Yeah,
turns
yeah.
into the Black Knight.
Aragorn killed...
It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my god. So he gets a strength 4 throwing weapon, and if it hits a man-sized model, they're not prone. That's it. That's pretty good.
It's pretty funny if like your hero's on a horse and he just throws his shield and kills your horse.
Yeah.
Is he a 3+ shot or a 4+
I think
shot?
he is a 3+.
So basically on a
Nah,
3+,
he can't be an elf. He'd be a 4+ for sure.
basically on a 3+, he hits you, and you're on your ass before he charges you. And he is then strength 5 with 3 attacks. And if he wins the combat, you're probably dead.
Now the other special rule, this is good because I think Heroic Challenge is pretty useless.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool, but it just,
Yeah.
like, if I call it a Heroic Challenge, because I'm going to call it because I'm likely to win, and then because I'm likely to win and just get might back, you're just going to say no.
Yeah. So if Lurtz calls a Heroic Challenge, he gets it for free, without spending the point of might. Yeah, that's it. So, and he can do it to any hero.
No, so it's not free. So, yeah, he can declare a Heroic Challenge
sick.
against any hero regardless of tier, so Lurtz can walk up to a normal captain and be like, fight
Or a
me.
minor hero.
Just
Just go bully some rangers.
Baragon. He's just like, come here.
Yeah, so he can declare it
Yeah,
regardless
against
of tier.
anyone. And then also, if they choose to decline the challenge, Lurtz gets his point of
He
might
gets
back.
refunded, yeah.
So he doesn't get it for free, but if they say no, which they probably will, you get it back, and then their stand fast doesn't work. So
Yeah, they stand fast and nobody can take part in their heroic actions.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Did you realise this when you played your scenario against Andrew? He just gets to
Yeah,
rock up where he wants.
yeah.
That's
That's really
stupid.
good. Yeah, Lurtz also just gets
Gets to
to
rock up
pick
where
his
he wants.
table edge. We've got one more...
On the last thing before
sorry.
we move on from that,
Get that.
that Legion is also quite good when you put into, like, the fact that the move 8 thing is normally a 1-point upgrade for your regular warriors, so it'd be like 5 points on a hero, but instead
Not doing that
it's
right
free for everyone,
whatever.
so per Urukai you're saving a point, which is a bit silly.
Yeah. So there's a Breaking of the Fellowship Legendary Legion as well.
There's
Now,
a lot to talk about in
There
this.
is.
There's so
We're not
many
gonna.
rules.
I don't think we should go over everything. Like
Pick a highlight.
everyone gets better. That's pretty much the moral of the story.
I think the most important one, the one most important thing is probably that because Frodo has the light of Ariandel, he can use a free will point every turn to cast Blinding Light on a 3+. Unless he's got the ring on. The others are they're all good, and some like flavor and stuff, but a free Blinding Light every turn from Frodo.
Means because Gandalf's not in that list, is he?
So Gimli gets pretty much Lord of the West because he can just re-roll the dice in the dual roll. Thanks for that.
He can reroll all of them up to 3 times.
Oh yeah.
He gets to reroll
Yeah.
all 3, like up to 3 times.
Yeah.
Boromir's a woodland creature. Aragorn gets an elven made dagger that has Urukai Bane.
Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah, like there's some cool stuff in there.
But
But
Legolas gets to reroll failed shooting hits if he's within 3 inches of a friendly model,
yeah,
which would probably include your 2+.
Your hobby.
shot as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So the issue, I don't know if it's an issue, but the interesting thing about this is it caps out at 600 points.
Yeah, it's 600. I'm pretty sure. That's what was worked out last night.
So I mean, we play 650. Do you just play
Like
down
50
50
points
points? Because Aragorn gets. No, he doesn't have the sword, does he?
No, you just got the Elven Dagger.
And everyone gets Elven Cloaks for free.
Is it just under 600?
So
or
your free Elven Cloaks are
So
probably...
you take Halbrand with the banner?
No, because he's not in the Legion.
No,
Oh,
so
he's in the
Legendary
Legion,
Legions you
yeah,
can't
that's right.
ally.
So the other things as well, before we get caught up just talking trash, they all count as having Fortify Spirit on them, so they get 3 dice to resist spells. And they all count as a banner for each other. So if you're within 3
What?
inches models from this Legendary Legion count as in range of a banner if there's another friendly model within 3
I
inches.
didn't even know this one was in there. I skipped it the other day.
So they literally, like, if you're within 3 inches of somebody else from the Legion, so any of your friendly models, you count as being in range of a banner. So everyone's a banner for everyone. And then as long as Frodo's alive and on the table, same as the regular Fellowship.
That's
bonus,
that's really dumb.
It's cool.
I'd play down like 200 points.
Dude, you have
Don't
4
know about
models.
that.
You have Boromir, Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn.
Yeah,
Because the hobbits aren't going to do
the
anything.
hobbits follow around and be a banner.
I mean, you
Just
put
your little
one after each
yeah.
of them.
Just paint him like juniors. So Boromir's the same. He just takes his little bro with him to work. Come on, mate. Come on.
So,
mate.
okay, hang on. Do you think
Go on.
that could beat an 800 point army?
No.
No. Hell no.
I don't think they could beat a 400-point army.
I reckon I'm going to try this.
Do you know what a 400-point army is? As like on a warband.
I don't think they could not beat a Shade and
No.
24 orcs. Oh, yeah, we all beat Aragorn and you're dead.
I'm intrigued. I'm
It's
playing
cool.
this.
It's really cool. And they're all fearless while Frodo's alive. Or if he somehow manages to use his 4-inch move to escape off the table edge in a scenario, won't happen.
Is it a table edge or the
Oh,
opposing?
it's
Like,
It's
if
only-
there's a thing where he can escape
Oh.
off a table edge, then they all count as fearless. I don't know. I don't think it's good, but I think it's really fun.
And I own those models.
They're cool models.
They won't be out for a while, and they just came
No,
out.
they only just come out.
That's when my theory comes into it.
So that's
Yeah.
all the Legendary Legions covered. So I think one of the coolest things in this book is that you can make your fantasy fellowship.
That is the coolest thing in the book.
That's true. So
By far.
Before we go into that,
yeah,
was there any sort of scenarios where you wish there was a Legendary Legion for? I know there's one that you'd like.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Which one? Off the top, I'm lost.
which scenario?
What are you talking about?
No, like something would become a Legendary Legion in like something that was missed in the book that you thought should have been a Legendary Legion.
You're going to
for them
point something
bring
out to me that I'm not thinking of right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't think either.
Go on.
You've tipped me off. You've freaked me out now because you're like,
I know what you're
I
talking about.
can't. Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
You keep going.
there's also 2 new profiles for people in the Shire. Kind of irrelevant. I don't think
Harry
they'll
Goatleaf.
They're really cool models. I don't know if they'll ever get used.
There's one in somebody's fantasy fellowship in the book.
Okay, I mean,
Jay Clare's, in fact, I think.
oh, okay, so it must be good.
Dude, it's like he spends a will point and he gives someone a fucking wound bag. Or something. He like heals
Oh,
people.
yeah, no, he does. And
He's
then-
like, here, eat food, dumbass.
and the other guy, he can just be like, halt, and stop somebody from
Yeah,
moving.
it's really stupid.
don't worry. I think I think this.
Alright, so-
I
there you
don't,
go.
I don't know what that
I'll
was.
think of it at the end.
Basically, with the Fantasy Fellowship, this is super exciting. I think we're going to have to play some Fantasy Fellowship games.
I think the like preemptive plan is that we all make our fantasy fellowship and we just see who's does the best.
Yeah. Pick some scenarios. I don't know if we want to play 27 scenarios each.
No, probably
Not
not.
Let's have a battle royale of each.
That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea.
Cool. Who is the
A
ultimate
3-player
fellowship?
game. I wonder how that would work.
Bit of fantasy
Picking up on
fellowship.
coach and then whatever's left. will
Yeah,
be nice.
I would
Yeah,
get
100%.
bullied.
So there's rules and restrictions to your fantasy fellowship. So you have to pick one of the Ringbearers, one of the 4 Hobbit Ringbearers. So you've got Bilbo, Frodo, Schmeagol,
Where the hell is
and Old Man Bilbo.
Bilbo? So either Thorin's Company Bilbo or Shire Bilbo, Smeagol or Frodo. They're your 4 choices. You have to have one of those 4.
Yeah, and then you have to have a Hobbit companion.
Your ring bearer can't be a Sildor. Unfortunately.
That you'd win. Just a Elendil and a Isildur. Just
That's his companions, just his dad. Father-son adventure.
And just all the hobbits like, you can come with us. Come on.
keep up.
bring your kid to work, Dave.
So basically everyone gets replaced. So whoever replaces
You don't
Boromir...
have to replace them.
You could use the
them,
original Fellowship member.
Which I wrote one, but you'd probably keep Aragorn. Would be the only one you'd probably keep.
Yeah, I think this is alright.
So the three of us have written fantasy fellowships.
I mean, you've
I
written like...
I wrote mine about 15 minutes before I came here.
Right, you.
Start with Coach.
Go, Coachman.
Me? Alright, hang on.
Yeah,
I've
well,
got
you
actually-
go.
I've
You
got it
go.
written
Or you
down.
want me to go?
No, I gotta go last.
So, because I only woke up like 15 minutes before ready to come here and I forgot to write my list. So, I pretty much wrote a Rivendell list of finding Smeagol and taking Smeagol all the way.
Bill's PG, how may I help you?
So, my army is just heroes from Rivendell plus Smeagol and a couple of hobbits. So, I took...
This is dumb. The fact that you can
This is
actually
how I
do
did it,
this-
is I just opened this page up and I was just like, bang, 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 I need 80 points. How many hobbits can I fit in 80 points? So obviously you take Elrond.
Yep.
You can't take a horse in this one because you can't take mount, so I only gave him heavy armour. Glorfindel with his armour, so it makes him at least defense 6.
And immune to brutal power attacks when you have to fight the
but in
troll
the
and the Balrog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Good cave trolls. Yeah.
After that, then you take the twins.
Eldon.
Heavy armour.
Nine.
Yeah. 7. Fight 7.
Is he? Who's
Yeah.
9? Gilgalad. That's right.
Gilgalad. And then because
Gilgalad.
Elrond's going, he has to take his good mate Linda.
So basically, Elrond gets a free Renewed
Yep.
or Nature's Wrath
Yep.
every turn, as long as he's within
That's
ranges.
And then you take the dude in the pyjamas, only because you have to take your grandpa to work.
What's his name? What's his name?
Círdan.
Just to give everyone a trigger word out there.
Círdan. Cool. You know why you take him. He
Yeah.
does his own thing, just rocks up in his pyjamas and yells at you, get off me lawn. Alright, so I
So
took...
how many's that? 1, 2,
It
3,
should be
4,
Don't hurt
6.
yourself.
5, 6.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
then...
take Arwen?
No, I didn't take Arwen. Yeah,
Okay.
the boys. So, then I took...
Didn't have points,
For
that's
something
why.
stupid, I took the Hobbit out of the Scouring of the Shire, the one with the traps. So you can place 825mm traps.
What's his name?
Baldo.
Oh, yeah.
Baldo.
Baldo Tulpney?
Is that who you have?
No, I got a different one.
So you can go into that Scouring the Shire. You get to place 825mm traps. You put them, you turn them upside down, so only you know what they are. The funny ones are like making you stuff get knocked flying, stuff like that. And then I took Smeagol, obviously, as my Ringbearer because they're taking him back,
Obviously.
and he has to take Pippin because Pippin has to become Smeagol's friend to get Rivendell to then take him.
What
'Cause he's
Choose
10
Your
points.
Adventure Goosebumps bullshit have you written?
Because he's only 10 points and I need a 10-point hero.
That's why. That's
Is he the
it.
cheapest
Actually,
one?
I'm paying 5 points under, actually. It was either him or Paladin took.
Oh, and Smeagol. Yeah,
Because my Paladin took, instead of with the thing, I did it with like the newspaper. So he's like,
Get
yeah.
off my lawn! Get out of water!
So mine's has no, well, I have like renew through Elrond and stuff, but I don't actually have a caster. Hey, you can switch Gandalf out and take a few others.
Yeah,
I don't know, you would have taken a magic dude because you're always about magic. Coach wouldn't have.
I did, but my Legendary Legion has a theme.
You go, because I got to double check that mine's right. Hang on.
No. Well, we can wait. So,
Andrew will be there just doing the
crunching
numbers.
the numbers.
So,
So,
Coach, you're 47 points. over.
mine's the most themed.
Yeah, look, no, I'll give you that one. Oh, I'm dead on.
Yes,
I'm dead
bang
on.
So you get 750 points for your fantasy fellowship.
Probably should have read that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so the ring bearer.
Did yours fit?
Yeah, mine's 5 points under.
Cool.
The ring bearer that I chose was Bilbo from Thorin's Company. Originally, I was going to see if I could make a fellowship of all Hobbit characters, like as in from the Hobbit movies. That went out the window when I just started PGing instead.
No way.
So I picked Bilbo because if you take him, you don't have to take a Hobbit as his companion. You can take one of the members of Thorin's Company that is 60 points or less as his companion. So I don't have to have a second Hobbit. My only Hobbit is Bilbo.
Who did you pick?
Killy. Killy's my companion.
Yeah.
He's got a bow, he's alright.
Yeah, it's all
sorted.
fixed now.
Then my other two hobbits are Damrod and Anborn from the new Ranger. Plus Damrod because they're cheap. They got bows. That was the PG bit. I came back to that and I was like, because I need to save some points.
Yeah.
My Gandalf replacement is Tarangel. With
Did you
basically
give him the
everything.
sword?
Yeah, the sword.
So like
the
kitted out
crown.
160.
Yeah, 170. 170. Bow, everything.
Elven Cloak? Oh, he comes with Elven Cloak, doesn't he?
Yeah. So, 4 attacks. He's fight 7. Is he fight 7? Yeah, when he has the sword.
With swords, he's fight 7 with Blade Master.
Free auto 6 Nature's Wrath. That's my magic. Then my Legolas replacement is Toriel. because she's just a better Legolas. My Aragorn replacement we'll save for last because that's a shout out to Stevie G. My Gimli replacement is Thorin Oakenshield.
As he's just twitched. Like.
Thorin Oakenshield with Orcrist and the Oakenshield.
Yeah. No, so not young Thorin.
My
regular.
Regular Thorin. My Boromir replacement is Angbor the Fearless, just because I needed a hero that fit 65 points. He's there on 65 and he's kind of cool. And we're all about kilt representation in my fellowship. And then my Aragorn replacement to round out the fellowship is Dane Ironfoot.
That's dumb.
It's pretty good.
Does he?
So
when he charges, he's fearless.
I don't know. I don't know his rules. I just know he's stupid. So I have Thranduil, Toriel, Dane, Thorin Oakenshield, and Angbor the Fearless, plus some other blokes.
I hope we don't
Hope
play.
you got some high fight.
I hope we
Otherwise,
don't.
you're not going to have a good time.
I hope we don't have to play against each other because mine sucks. So
Hey, themed though, right?
I'll play you, coach. I don't care.
my
I seen you roll last night. I'll have
Yeah,
the
that
chance.
was bad.
So my fantasy fellowship is about everyone who dogged the boys.
CDTV.
So-
The boys,
So I've picked Gollum as my Ringbearer,
obviously.
and his
You
companion.
could have picked old Bilbo. He dogged all the boys by scaring the fuck out of every
Yeah,
child
he did.
ever.
He did. But I thought
Waking the dragon.
I thought Gollum is like he's got a hangover on a Sunday morning, kind of like a bit of that vibe. The rest of actually quite a few have that vibe.
That's a good call.
So I picked Lotho Sackville Baggins. So he has some traps, but he... Oh, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Can you pass me the Scouring of the Shire book?
Where'd it
It's
go?
over
down
there.
next
I
to you?
bring mine.
So he has a really cool thing, and I picked him because he dogs the boys the hardest.
Is he the one that breaks
He's
everyone?
the,
Yeah.
he's the
so-
hobbit that...
So it's like if you move towards him on a 1 or a 2, you stop an inch
When an
away.
enemy model declares a charge, you spend a will point. He's got 4 of them. On a 1 or a 2, you charge as normal. On a 3+, you stop an inch away and don't charge. That's really good. That's why I picked him, because that's pretty
And
annoying.
even his other ones
There's
are
other
because of
things. They
hobbits,
only
I
affect
think.
hobbits, yeah. I picked the Master of Lake Town and Alfred, obviously.
I wonder what you think.
And that basically rounds out my
makes him a banner as well.
my hobbits. Then for my Gandalf replacement, I picked Saruman, and then he actually in the Fantasy Fellowship thingamajiggo, he is allowed to take Grima as well. So normally you're only allowed to take just good models, but this is the one exception. I can take Grima. Then I picked, probably to be my Boromir replacement, I picked Denethor. Pretty useless. Tries to set his son on fire.
Would have been way better if he went
Yeah,
for the
that's
rest
true,
of
that's
Middle
true.
Earth. To get Boromir and Faz together.
That's why I've got the Gaslift chair, because I got a bad back, so I feel it for Denethor. I picked...
Are you going to set yourself on fire and jump off a roof? I really hope so.
Maybe. Oh, Jesus. My Aragorn becomes Thranduil, because he literally
wouldn't
dogged an entire race of dwarves. Not a fan. But this is where I couldn't decide. So that literally comes in at...
You have like 200 points
I have
left.
220 points
Yeah,
left for one more member.
So we need someone that fits the theme.
Who else? Let me know, because if we're going to have to play...
I'll watch the live chat.
The live
so
chat.
any
He
suggestions.
left a dude out so he can buy a big point hero so he can tailor
Well,
his list.
It's
I'm gonna take.
Bjorn, he's 200 points.
Yeah, here we go.
Treebeard's 190.
Treebeard's 190. Gwaihir's only 150.
Doesn't have to be infantry model.
They're all
Yeah, they're infantry.
Monsters are infantry. mate.
Monster infantry. Doesn't say it can't be a
Well,
monster.
tree is infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Infantry.
God damn it.
How did you get to use that?
Thank you, Bill. What a setup. Knock that one out the park. So let me know.
You know, I
got 220 points. Let me know. I mean, I guess I can put Gilgalad in. Did he dog the boys? Not really.
He's dead though. It's not.
The
It's not the fluff
Isildur.
if
The
Denethor's
Isildur
still
dog the
alive.
boys.
He did dog the boys.
He's not that expensive though. You'd have to You have to change someone else for a more expensive.
No, I'll pay down points.
He got 2-pack Biggie drive-by for dogging the boys. Straight in the lake. Who shot you?
That's terrible.
So, let us know. I need some ideas, because it's going to happen that we're going to fight and I'm going to get stomped.
We should just play through some of the scenarios.
Yeah, we should. But we also got to do a showdown.
So, or you could just make. Can you make your Aragon replacement King Elisar?
Just make it better, Aragorn.
Hang on.
My Gandalf replacement is Gandalf the White from the start.
No, it specifically says you can't take Gandalf
Oh yeah,
the
your
White.
Gandalf choices are set, aren't they?
Because then you get a free heroic combat and you get kill everything on 4+.
Guess what?
What's up?
The following models cannot be included in your fellowship under any circumstances. Tom Bombadil, obviously. Goldberry, obviously. Gandalf the White,
Obviously.
and Galadriel, Lady of Light.
Can you take the hardcore one that has banishment?
You could... No, that's Lady
That's
of Light.
Is that Lady
You
Light?
definitely could take King Elisar.
That's so stupid.
How many points is he?
225.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have a horse.
So I dropped...
No, you have the right amount of
I
points.
dropped the bow, now I got 220. So I dropped the bow off Randall.
He might be too... Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
King else. How did he dog the
He
boys?
didn't. I can't take him.
Yeah, I know.
He dogged Elrond.
Captain,
Didn't he?
Boromir,
He dogged
Captain of the White
Denethor.
Tower.
He done Denethor, and Denethor's in the list.
By what? By being king.
Yeah,
By coming back.
exactly. Yeah. He hates him. So that's pretty much our little summary. It's a goodie. So
It's good.
how are we gonna split? How are we gonna split the scenarios? Because obviously Steve's gone away to Never Neverland, so we're probably never gonna finish the Hobbit scenarios. So we can't jump in his grave
How many
and
more
do
do you have
that.
to do? A lot.
But we did like 6. and
You
we
got
like
all
50.
of them.
It's a lot.
Do I have to wear like a funny shirt?
I don't want to
Like,
hate either of you guys, so I don't want
You already do.
to play those Hobbit scenarios because they made Steve and I hate each other really bad.
I saw that. I watched it unfold.
So obviously, like, do you want to be the bad guys?
Yeah, sure.
You don't want
No
to
worries.
be any part of the Fellowship
No, whatever.
because we do the 27 scenarios in here, but also the War in Rohan and the Gondor War
It's got
ones.
one linked in there with everything.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And like
I think. At least I
all
saw
of
one that said,
the
look,
all of the narrative. Now you're changing the story. All of the narrative books, all the scenarios are linked. So if good win, they get a bonus. If evil win, they get a bonus. So I was listening to the Warhammer Community podcast where Jay Clare was talking about the book, and he's like,
He's got a lot of shout outs on this.
he has, yeah. It's because he liked my comment on Facebook.
One time,
we're
you're like-
pros. But in the scenarios where good obviously wins and evil obviously win, if somehow you manage to flip the tables, you get a really good bonus. So yeah, I'm keen.
I still would like to make an evil fellowship.
That would be dope. Would you play through the exact same storyline, or would you go like
You're
the
down for it.
reverse?
So should we?
You go like
Should we?
I'm just
You're
picturing.
right.
Sauron says,
I'm just picturing 4 goblins and Azog on Weathertop.
Should
and
we?
Shadrax.
Should we all agree on a fellowship to take and take it through the journey, or should we take the fellowship?
Probably the one we play
And the
for the
book.
channel should probably. If we're gonna do one, it should probably be the actual fellowship.
All right. Well, you guys, do we play the regular Fellowship
Or,
through the
um,
scenarios?
All 7.
Or
of
do
you
all
watching
3
right
of
now.
us pick? Have to be as a team to pick a fellowship to go through, and then we have to play against each other to see if our fellowship actually makes it to the end.
That's a lot of games, Bill.
Well, you can skip them though.
That's a lot of
It's like,
games,
it's like
mate.
30 scenarios or something 3 times.
I think that's funny.
I'm
Probably not
going
what you
to
want to
set
see.
myself on fire and jump
Yeah.
out a window. No, that'd be cool. So let us know what you'd like. If you want us to make a community vote fantasy fellowship, if you want us to PG one,
Or should we play our fellowships against each other's fellowships?
yeah, let us know what you want to see. But hey, guess what? We're back. I've said it every video because we've filmed
back
so
again once again.
sporadically. But now next live stream we'll have the sound on from the start.
Maybe.
And we'll have the video.
That's a big don't.
Yeah. It's
It
good.
might be off again.
Look, I like that the first word that everyone heard was you swearing.
Yeah, it was just.
Hopefully I can edit out that front bit so we don't look like total spuds.
Nah, you can't.
I can.
I don't
I
believe
definitely
you.
can. But
Can you stop it from here, or do you have to
No, I
click
can stop
stop
from here.
here
I can-
and then go all the way over there to
I
stop
can
it?
do all sorts of cool things. I
Quick
can
shout out to Pepsi Max and Mount Franklin. Give us this one.
look at that.
Yeah, the whole time I would drink it and I'd just be like,
Nah, it's good. Well, in the early days, our videos, Steve and I, was sponsored by the
sugar-free
sugar-free
monsters.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our video. Let us know what you think. Go
Anything you didn't like?
out and buy the book because it's cool for Lord of the Rings stuff.
wait, I'll just hang on. This is from 6:30, but I just figured I'd read this out. Nice to see Dion, Bill, and the hobo at it again.
Who wrote that?
Josh.
Maybe we should go through some funny ones.
Nah.
No,
Is there
that's-
any funny ones? That's the
Not
funniest
really.
one.
The no sound fix
Yeah.
from.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Smart Donkey. Sorry, everyone, for sputting the stream so hard. I was so hyped.
Yeah, he was really excited. Like,
I was like, this is the best thing ever. I
think everyone probably realised you're excited when you went like this or whatever you did.
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that out. I don't know. Oh well, that's it.
Got everything, didn't we?
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
All like 5 people.